Hey, this is Mr. Mola with the puzzle time for lesson 4-3. So the joke for this one is, what do snowmen wear on their heads? So this one's only 7 questions, so we're going to go through all of them. It might take a little while to get through 7, so we'll see how long this takes. So here, line A passes through -2, 5, and -5, 0, and 0, 1, and then that's where line B passes through, and we have to say if it's parallel or perpendicular. So remember, parallel slopes have the same, or parallel lines have the same slope, so whatever, 2/3 and 2/3. Perpendiculars are exactly the opposite. We call it the opposite reciprocal. So positive 3/4 to negative 4/3. So let's do some subtracting here. We got -1 minus -5 is 4. 0 minus -2 is 2. So our slope here for this one is 2. Let's do these pairs over here. We got -3 minus 1, that's -4. And 1 minus 3 is -2, so -4/2, or over -2 is also 2, so I got 2 and 2. Those are the same, so that makes it parallel. All right, number 2, I have 6 minus 4 is 2, and 3 minus 1 is 2, so 2/2 is 1, so slope for that one's 1. Here I have -3 minus a -6, that gives us a positive 3. Then -1 minus a -3, that gives us 2. So we have 1 and 3/2. Those aren't the same. They're not the opposite. So this one's going to be a neither here. Number 3, we have 8 minus 5. That's 3. We have -2 minus a -4. And that's going to give us a positive 2. Second part, line B here. We have 5 minus 7. That's -2. And we have -3 minus a -6, and that's positive 3. So we have positive 3/2 and -2/3. Those are opposite reciprocals. 3/2, 2/3, positive, negative. All right, 4 and 5, same thing. We need to figure out the slope here. It might take some work for some of these. So I'm going to add 2x to both sides here. So then I get 5y equals 2x plus 9. Divide by 5. Divide by 5. So for number 4, for line A, I get 2/5 x plus 9/5. And then for line B, I'm going to subtract 5x from each side. Subtract 5x. So I get 2y equals -5x minus 6. Divide each side by 2. Divide each side by 2. So y equals -5/2x minus 3. So my two slopes are positive 2/5 and -5/2. Those are opposite reciprocals, so another one that's going to be perpendicular there. They're exact opposites. Okay, now I got to erase that to make some room for number 5. Okay, so 5, looking at number 5 for A, it's just a one-step one. So if I divide both sides by 4, I get 2x plus 3. Here I'm going to add 12 to both sides. 12x, sorry. So I get 6y equals 12x plus 24. Divide by 6, divide by 6. So I get y equals 12 divided by 6 is 2. 24 divided by 6 is 4. So I end up with y equals 2x plus 3 and y equals 2x plus 4. Their slopes are both 2, and so when their slopes are the same, they are both parallel. All right, 6 and 7 are great questions, especially for some of us that got confused on the last one. So 6 says it is parallel, and it tells us our slope is 3. So, and the book gives us really good wrong answers here. If it has a slope of 3 and it's parallel, notice how all my answers have a slope of 3. So they're not even giving us any hints here. All of them have a slope of 3 because it's telling us it's parallel to 3. So we actually have to do some work here. So they give me my x and my y. So I'm going to do point slope form. So y plus 6 equals 3, x plus 4. We got to do some math. So remember, 2 steps, we got to distribute. So I got 3x plus 12. Minus 6 from each side. So y equals 3x. 12 minus 6 is 6. So it is 3x plus 6. So letter C. All right, same thing with number 7. Again, they gave us a nice equation here with good wrong answers. So now it's looking for one that's perpendicular, and my slope is positive 1/4. So first of all, the answer, or the opposite of positive, is negative, and the reciprocal of 1/4 is negative 4/1. And again, all these slopes are negative 4. So they didn't give us any hints here. We still got to do the math and figure out which one it is. Sometimes on some multiple choice ones, you'll get some hints like, well, the only one that's opposite is A or B or whatever. This time they give us some good wrong answers to make us do the work. So same thing, I'm going to do y minus my y, which is 5. My new slope is negative 4, and x minus 2. And then remember, I got 2 steps. First step is to distribute. And then my second step is to add or subtract here. Since it is a minus 5, that means I am adding 5. So 8 plus 5 is 13. So it is letter P here. So negative 4x plus 13. So the answer to my joke here, what do snowmen wear on their heads? The answer is ice caps.